afternoon, everyone. This is the holiday edition of your Marketplace. Coming up this afternoon, telecom giants MTN to clamp down on Momo merchants who charge illegal transaction fees. Also coming up this afternoon, government approves bailout for civil aviation sector to prevent job losses. And later in the bulletin, tourism minister hints of possible tax incentives for industry, but subject to finance minister's approval. Details plus more coming up this afternoon on your Marketplace. Again, time on the Marketplace. In our first story this afternoon, earlier this week, telecom giant MTN blocked access of nearly 50 merchant agents in the Bono East region for allegedly charging illegal fees on Momo transactions. Some of these merchants were made to write apology letters for their actions. But what is an illegal Momo charge? We will be engaging MTN shortly. But first, let's hear from some of the affected merchants who spoke to Joy Business in the Bono East region.
Yesterday, I experienced something that I don't like it at all. My SIM just got blocked. That I cannot send, I cannot do cash out. And that is very bad. So in fact, I'm looking for a lawyer to defend me in court with MTN, because this is very nonsense. If I'm doing business with you and you are not happy about it, you tell me so that I stop the business. So it's an agreement with it. So why should you block my business? Since yesterday, I have not done anything. So it means I'm losing.
Is it true you're overcharging?
Nothing. That is the problem I'm even facing. If you know I'm overcharging, come to me. We're doing business together. Come and check. I am writing everything. Everyone who comes to do any transaction, I write. Just come and do general checks and call some 5-10 people and find out whether they paid extra money.
I just picked my phone yesterday afternoon to do some transaction. I tried and then I got the feedback that sender account is inactive. So when I saw it, that I thought maybe it's network problem or something like that. I waited small time, I tried again, the same response that I got. So I tried calling my supervisor. I called him and then all the excuse he gave me was that from starting from Langbensi, Gambaga, Nalergu, that all merchants in those areas are overcharging customers. I said, so how do you know all of us are overcharging customers? That they did their survey. And I can't remember somebody coming to my point, like to either withdraw money or send money and then I will charge.
The customer came to me to make a cash in. Then when I tried cashing in, the response I get was sender account is inactive. Sender account is not active. So I thought maybe it was a problem from the merchants or it was a problem of the customer. So later I tried it. I traced on my own distance, and I saw that it was a problem from mine. So when I called the MTN office, what they told me was my account has been suspended because we charge customers or we overcharge customers. And I saw to it that if even you are suspecting that we charge customers and you are going to suspend my account, you should signal me so that I'll have an information of what is going on. Because we also do business and we use our monies into the business. So once you block my account without notifying me, all of a sudden customers come, then I don't know what to do. It means the business is of no use. We don't only do MTN mobile money, we do Vodafone cars as such. But we've never experienced anything like that from the Vodafone people. So today I had to close up my business, take a motor, buy fuel. Since yesterday, I had to run from here to Bolga, only for them to tell me that I should sign a bond that I will never charge customers.
So let's speak to MTN now, and Godwin Tamakloe is the manager AML Compliance and Analytics with MTN Ghana. He joins me via Zoom. Good afternoon, Godwin, for your time. Your first reaction to those comments from the merchants?
Good afternoon. This really isn't the first time I've heard or seen merchants or agents, we call them, these are agents, reacting like that after the accounts are blocked. So it's not surprising to me. Yes.
All right.
I must say that our agents play a very significant role in the success of mobile financial services across the world, and we commend them for working with us over these years. But then within the mobile financial services ecosystem, whatever we do is regulated by law. So all our activities are supposed to be within the confines of the law. The Payment System and Services Act, when we look at Section 91, subsection 2B, it indicates that agents are not supposed to charge any unapproved fees. And the approved fees are those that MTN or any of the mobile money service providers post on their website or are made for people to know that these are the fees you are supposed to pay for the service. So if an agent decides for any reason to charge more than what has been stated, then it's an issue. We also have a commercial agreement with them. That is when we are bringing them on board, we have a commercial agreement with them, and in the agreement, under sanctionable activities, we indicate that agents are not supposed to charge unapproved fees, and these are extracts from the law. So when you do that, you are not only breaching the commercial agreement with MTN or Mobile Money Limited for that matter, you are actually doing something illegal. You are doing what is against the law. And
okay, Godwin, Godwin, if I am a customer and I walk to a Momo agent, how am I supposed to tell, or how do I know that this is the approved fee that I'm supposed to be charged?
All right, so the approved fees are displayed at every agent point that the customer can see. On our website, it's also there for people to know. But then in case you go to you don't know, and we might take this opportunity to let people know, in case you want to put money on your phone, you visit an agent and you're putting money on your phone, we call deposit or cash in, it is free. It is free. You are not supposed to pay anything to the agent, all right? MTN pays the agent commission for doing that. So there is no point charging a customer in addition to the commission that you receive, right? If you go to do a cash out, as in withdrawal, you have the money, the e-money on your wallet and want to turn it into cash. When you go to do it, between 1 CD and 50 CDs, you pay 50 pesos. And that is automatically deducted by the system. So you don't have to give the agent any money for that. That is automatically deducted by the system and it's split, right? So the agent receives a commission for that. Now, if you do anything above 50 Ghana cedis, it's 10 Ghana cedis. It's 1%, but it is capped at 10 Ghana cedis. Anything above 50 Ghana cedis is 1%, but it is capped at 10 Ghana. So we don't charge anything above 10 Ghana cedis. And these are charged automatically by the system. So you don't have to give any money to the agent at the agent point as a customer. You don't give anything at all to the agent.
Right. Having said that, how widespread is this act from Momo merchants? And then also, what is your punitive system like to ensure that these people comply with this directive or the laid down rules?
It's not that widespread, but certain specific areas we do have, our customers complaining, and mostly when our customers complain, then we send in people on mystery shopping to just to go and do it. Sometimes we allow some of our law enforcement agencies to go disguise themselves and go and try it, and then they will come and give us the feedback. So it's just pockets of places where we find these things happening. When you do that and we get to know from our maybe mystery shopping or even our own monitoring, transaction monitoring tool, we pick some of these transactions up, you are gone. We terminate the contract we have with you. We terminate the relationship we have with you for doing that, and it is in the contract that we sign with them.
Okay.
In some other areas or on some business considerations, we give you maybe the opportunity not to do that again.
Like the apology letters that have been asked to be written, right?
Exactly. So
all right, Godwin.
You sign some bond, and you don't do that again.
All right, I'm grateful.
It's something that agents are not supposed to do.
I'm grateful for your time this afternoon, Godwin. Tamakloe is the manager AML Compliance and Analytics with MTN Ghana. Away from that, government has approved a stimulus package for the aviation sector. This is expected to come in form of support for workers and financial reliefs to firms operating in the sector. Speaking to Joy Business at the handing over ceremony for the Director General of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, Sector Minister Joseph Kofi Adda added that passage of the Accident Investigation and Preventive Bureau Bill will pave way for the establishment of a dedicated bureau mandated to investigate all aviation incidents and accidents in the country. My colleague Bismarck Awusa has more.
The Accident Investigation and Prevention Bureau Bill, according to the Aviation Ministry, seeks to turn what is currently an office that resides in the Aviation Ministry into an autonomous accident investigative body that is well-resourced to carry out its mandate, devoid of undue influence by the industry regulator, the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, and the sector ministry. Joseph Kofi Adda is the Minister for Aviation.
Who the commissioner would be, who the key division heads would be, those are the next steps. And of course, they will take on to themselves the ACAO practices that they would build into the old operational standards to apply. And those are all working tools that will take place not too long going into the future. So it is the president now that will have to accent the bill into law. Once that is done, we engage, go through executive search, engage those who manage the bureau, get it all set up. Now we've got an office space. We're going through the procurement process of equipping the office of all the things they need to work with.
Mr. Adda also revealed a stimulus package which is expected to prevent job losses and provide financial reliefs for firms operating in this sector has been approved by government.
The Minister of Finance has approved a facility with the Consolidated Bank of Ghana, to which the agency would have to liaise to get the support they need to be able to maintain their staff. So that's been done in the first place. The agencies themselves, Civil Aviation Authority, Airport Company, they have also been able to extend other privileges to the operators at the airport. They've given them free rent, and they've reduced the landing charges and so on and so forth. Those are standard things going on, and the operators are happy about it. Oh, I can't give you the details now, but as I said, some of them, the main thing is simply on the compensation scheme to keep the staff so that there's no layoff, there's no dismissal. That's the main thrust of it. Yeah. It's left with the agency to negotiate with them.
The handing over ceremony saw Charles Kreku take over from Simon Alote as Director General of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority. The new GCAA boss has been challenged to take the authority a notch higher. Bismarck Awusa's report for Joy Business.
Now, if you are a state enterprise worker, sorry, I have some bad news for you. Your bonuses, allowances per diem and other entitlements have been scrapped. This comes after government directed all state enterprises to cut down their expenditure by about 30%. So far, 18 out of 28 state-owned enterprises are projected to lose in excess of 2 billion cedis by the end of 2020 due to the impact of COVID-19. Director General of the State Institutes and Governance Authority, Stephen Asamoah Boateng, has been speaking to my colleague Charles Aite.
No, short for before COVID, we projected revenues to come in. I mean, in terms of dividend of 1.2. So that was a good projection that we made. That was last year, coming to early part of the first January. The first quarter figures show that we were going down, and that's where we started revising the notes. And then, of course, the president gave indication that we all have to look at the Plan B and how we revise our notes. And cabinet obviously had to look at all the enterprises cutting back and redrawing their programs. And so we had to engage them in what we call the impact of COVID assessment programs. We met all of them. and we could see that they all drop in revenue. So there was no way the dividend that we projected was going to come in.
This was an interview that you granted one of the media houses, I think somewhere like 2 weeks ago, a few days ago, and you made it quite clear that it should be dealt with on a case-by-case basis by all the state entities, because some are not doing that bad, but generally across board there is an expectation of about 25 to about 30% drop in budgets. But you haven't, as at now, helped us understand the exact amount, the benchmark when it comes to the capping of expenditure. To what percentage are SOEs expected to cut down the expenditure?
Well, we've been looking across board. About 30% cut down had happened, but we are just in the second quarter. We just finished the second quarter, so the management accounts are yet to come in. I've seen a couple, about 3 of them have come in, so we can't just use 3 to generalize. My belief is that by the third quarter we can give you a very firm figure as to how far they've cut back. But projecting from March, we projected about 30% cutback.
And is this going to include the slash of job, salaries, job cuts? What exactly is the expenditure cut going to include?
Well, what it means is that some areas where there were bonuses awarded are going to suffer, where increases in salaries may also be affected. But in terms of job cuts, not really. I haven't had any of my SOEs coming back and projecting cuts in jobs. So that is luck for us. We're grateful to their way of prudently managing within the confines of what they are faced with. And so no job losses so far have picked up. But in terms of the bonuses and allowances, we're looking at cutting some of them back. It just should be able to manage within our limited resources.
So that full interview will air on Business Live on Monday, so watch out for that. Apart from that, government is promising to invest heavily in domestic tourism as part of recovery plan due to the impact of COVID-19. Sector Minister Barbara Otenjesi has been interacting with my colleague George Yafe on PM Express last night.
With this project that we are implementing, the Ghana Tourism Development Project, is looking at the various challenges that confront the industry and lending the support to address them. So as we complete this first phase, we can get even more support to do bigger things. And that is how we are going to make the impact. So this first phase is to address the fundamental challenges, like we are looking at policy, our tourism policy, we are looking at our culture policy, we are looking at our training policy for the industry, because this is a service industry, and therefore you need to, the service should be excellent, so that people will feel gratified to come back to you again. And under the project, we are going to set up a state-of-the-art training institute. So all that together, by the time we complete the first phase of the project, we would have addressed some of the fundamental challenges, and then we will get even more funding to do bigger things.
It's been of a great concern to people who patronize the industry and others about standardization. What are you going to do about it? When we talk about the facility being a 2-star, a 5-star, a 7-star, they get that benefit as somebody that goes to this place or patronizes facility. Yeah,
and this is the mandate of the Ghana Tourism Authority to ensure that as it regulates all these hotels and all these facilities within the tourism business environment, that they comply with the standards that are set. And recently we have passed the tourism travel trade regulations, and we have also passed the tourism sites regulations, and these regulations are going to give them the mandate to actually regulate what happens at our tourist sites and how they are managed and all that, as well as our travel and tour operators, how they are supposed to operate, what their facilities are to be like and all that. So these regulations that have recently been passed by Parliament
Marketplace this afternoon. Thanks so much for watching. Log on to myjoyonline.com/business for more business news. Happy holiday to all of you. Thanks for watching.